My apology for not posting too many videos lately. I've been having a rough time. Let's just put it that way. So you can understand, I'm going to tell you the ballad of Dipstick the dog. This is the most insane dog I have ever known. He eats Lego bricks, rocks, acorns, dirty diapers, Xbox controllers, pretty much anything that will fit into his fucking face hole. He also knows how to open the refrigerator by himself, so now half of my food has dog bites in it. He utterly refuses to poop outside. If you put him outside, he poops on the porch. If you block off the porch, he poops on the steps. If you block off the steps, he poops on the sidewalk. Even if you take him for a 2-hour walk, he'll just hold it in the entire time, then poop as soon as we get inside. And probably on a shag rug. The harder it is to clean, the more he wants to poop on it. This dog does not respond to a single command, even though he's been through obedience school twice. In front of the obedience teacher, he's perfectly well behaved, but at home he's like some kind of demon spawn that only wants to run around tearing up the furniture, pooping on things and seeing how many things he can eat before he gets sick. And then he vomits all over your prized possessions. Did I mention that he has a skin condition and that he won't stop scratching and grunting all night long? My eyes are constantly bloodshot and I have massive migraines now because I can no longer sleep. I tried putting him in the shed at night, but then all he does is scream and howl and tear up things and poop all over everything. He climbed on top of the washing machine and pooped on it. The last time I took him for a car ride, he refused to potty before, but as soon as we were in motion, he proceeded to spray feces all up and down the fucking backseat. And I don't mean like a single little puddle. Like, his ass was a fire hose, and he was trying to cover every square inch doggedly possible. I found shit all the way from driver's side to passenger side, from seat bottom to fucking headrest. Oh, and did I mention that he has severe gastrointestinal issues because he eats so many strange things? He farts constantly and it smells like week old ham steak dipped in dead raccoon. Speaking of raccoons, one time Dipstick caught one and brought it into the fucking house. The worst part was that it was still alive. So I'm running around chasing this thing that's hissing and screaming at me, and meanwhile Dipstick's freaking the fuck out. So I had to contend with that as well. I should also note that Dipstick absolutely hates my cat, except when he's trying to hump Mr. Jingles, and then he likes him just fine. A few weeks ago they got into it so bad that I heard them in the yard knocking shit over, like my fountain. And the next thing you know, Mr. Jingles comes shooting through the cat flap like a fur rocket, with Dipstick hot on his heels. But you see, Dipstick doesn't understand that the tiny cat flap is way too small for him. So it looked like my back door was giving birth to the spawn of Satan. He was shaking his head back and forth violently and letting out some ungodly howl and just, generally freaking out. I'm not sure if it was because he was pissed off at the cat or if he was just freaking out because he got stuck. So I ended up having to put on some oven mitts and kind of go after him to get him to calm down. He had wedged himself in there so bad that I ended up having to lube his fur up with Dawn dish detergent. And even then, I couldn't get him out because he insisted on going forward instead of backward, even when I was trying to pull him out the other way. Oh yeah, and one more detail about Dipstick. When company comes over, he runs around and loses control of his sizable bladder all over my hardwood floors, and then he goes under the coffee table and just jumps repeatedly until he smashes his head on it. And then he comes out with a look on his face like, oh, that hurts, because he's Dipstick. And no, I'm not trying to pawn him off on anybody. Nobody deserves this mess. I just needed to vent. So that's been the Ballad of Dipstick the dog. That was obviously a joke. I hope you enjoyed it. I originally wrote it years ago and put it on Craigslist, and I got a bunch of emails from people saying that it was the funniest thing they had read all day, and that it had made their day. I have no idea if it's going to be funny in video form with me in front of the camera, Lord knows. But if you liked it, you remember how you can help me, right? I know you do. It's really easy. There's a like button down there. That helps. You can comment. But mostly, you can hit subscribe.